Okay, now that we have our bikes, we have to decide how we're going to transport them without using a bike rack. Stay tuned. Okay, we had to figure out a way of transporting our bikes. We specifically got the bikes that we got because they folded, and were able to put them into a tight spot. We tow our car behind the motorhome, so we wanted to be able to have some way of being able to put the bikes inside of the car and have them be safe, and along with the kayaks up on top. So what we decided on is we saw some people were using bins, and a lot of people were using the 40-gallon bins, and I went and I looked at the bins and priced them and tried to figure things out. And we decided to use a little bit bigger bin, the 50-gallon bins. They're made by Craftsman. We got them at Lowe's. They're about $40 for the bins. And if the bikes fold up and fit into them perfectly, but the outside edges of the bin are a little bit flimsy. Along with the bins being bigger, they also have wheels on the one end so that you can, and a handle on the other end, so that we were able to wheel them. After we get them out of the car, we can wheel them into the garage without any issues, or we can put them into the back of the car and it'll help move the bikes up into the car without any issues. So what our goal is turn this into the one that I already worked on. As you can see, I cut the inside out, and I put zip ties on the outside edges to hold that together, so that makes the top edge a lot more firm. I'll show you how I cut this one out. We're going to try to use a Dremel tool to cut this thing out. Okay, there you have it with the Dremel tool. One thing that I realized when we did the first one is that on these edges, these little bit of an indentation that comes in and sticks in for about another 1.5 inches on each side. So what I did is I went right along this edge with the jigsaw and cut this out, both sides out. Okay, so we got the center of this cut out, and again, the reason why we did this is if we take this out, we can see that we have the top rim. This comes down and just basically adds extra support, makes this a little bit stiffer and a little bit less apt to break on us. After cutting it out, I realized I don't have the zip ties, all the zip ties that I need to finish up the way I did the other one. We see on this one, they have holes on the ends that I put zip ties on both ends that basically made so that they could lock the lids on. I then used the Dremel to cut a slot in 3 different places along each side and put zip ties on there, and that stiffened it right up. Then I got a little bit fancy and I took the lid that I cut off and cut it to fit down in the bottom of the bin. It just sets in there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and fold up my bike and put it into this, and then we'll get to show you how we put the bins into the car. I'm going to remove the seat right out of its post. I'm going to fold my pedals so I don't forget to do that. I always seem to forget to do that. The pedals fold like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and open this up and fold the bike in half. Okay, the bike folds in half and then sets down on itself just like that. Then what I do is I remove the handlebars, bring the handlebars up right completely out.
You don't have to remove the
No,
handlebars.
you don't have to remove the handlebars, but I do.
Easier in our car.
Then the stem for the handlebars folds down. Like that.
And the handlebars also have a marking on them so you know where to put it in next time.
To put this in, where the handle is on the bin is the end that I'm putting the tires in. Because when you look down into the bin, there's a place for the tires that are, the wheels that are on the bin that stands up. And what we're going to do is we're going to set the tires in that end and bring the front end down into it. There.
Okay.
You see now that the handlebars, or the bike fits right down inside the bin, and it fits in there pretty good. And the one reason why I picked the 50 gallon instead of the 40 gallons that I was seeing is because the battery compartment on the 40 gallons were standing up on top. So I just thought that was a chance for the batteries to become damaged while the thing was being transported. I'm going to put the handlebars down inside like so. And I'm going to grab the seat and put the seat in just like that. And you can see how well the bike fits into the bin. I'm really happy with the way the bike fits in there. And then again, with the handle on it, we can pick the thing up and we can wheel this bike anywhere we want to. Because the bikes are heavy again. Like I said, the bikes are about 70 pounds. So that's way that bike fits into there. Okay, I'm going to have Judy help me. This is how we're going to load the bikes into the car. We have a 2014 Honda CRV. Okay.
Part of our new workout.
Ready?
That was easy.
Yeah. That was one. Okay, now you can see that both of the 50-gallon bins fit inside of our car. We have a handle with the wheels so that we can move the bins in and around once we got them inside. We'll probably pack some stuff along the back so that they don't shift backwards. And
they shouldn't roll forwards because it's on the incline up there.
But they're pretty secure the way they are, and they're protected inside of those bins. So that we could actually put a little bit of foam in between places just to keep it from rattling. But this is a way for us to transport them to go to bike trails around locally, or once we're at our campground, we can drive to wherever we need to go with the bikes. And when we're going to go ahead and tow the car behind the motorhome, it completely closes up. The bikes are inside, out of the way, out of the weather, because no matter what they say or where you see it, electric bikes do not do well with the rain. So they keep them nice, dry, and safe, and that's what we're doing. Okay, if you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Leave some comments down below and share this out. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. We'll see you later on the next one. Bye now.